welcome back to our channel.
The Williams family journey.
Yes.
What's up? Welcome back. All right, so for today's video, we're gonna get into the beginnings before our relationship started. We're gonna get into how we actually met for the first time.
Yes.
And before we get into the actual interaction, we're gonna give you a backstory to what led up to that interaction, so you guys get a full depth of the beginning of the story. So when we go on, it makes sense and it's easy to kind of trace where we are. All right. In the video, I'm gonna show the year above my head or in the middle of whatever, to make sure you understand when in time were we. All right. So we're gonna begin the story with Simone and let her take it from here. We're gonna do a little bit about ourselves. All right. A little bit about Simone, a little bit about myself, and you'll see how things come together, okay? Also, we're also doing this in one take. We're not doing any cuts, all mistakes, all that good stuff, right? Again, it's a conversation, so conversation is not supposed to be perfect, so don't expect perfection, but expect the authentic story, okay?
All right. So I'm originally from Cameroon. I'm Balante from my dad's side and Yambasa from my mom's side. For those who are familiar with Cameroon tribes, I moved to the U.S. in 2003, and fast forward to college, right? I went to college to study. I wanted to go to medical school, and I really love chemistry, so my major was biochemistry. So I did my undergrad in biochemistry, graduated, and I wanted to go to medical school, like most African kids and most African families. So I finished my undergrad and I started grad school in biochemistry as well. And during that time, I was working in the biophysics lab and studying for my MCAT. So while studying for my MCAT, I found myself, the MCAT entrance exam for medical school. I found myself quite stopping, because even before grad school, while undergrad, I always been active from growing up to like coming here. I always been active however I knew, right? Whether it's back home jumping rope, playing marbles, running around, all kinds of stuff, because growing up we didn't have any kind of like toys like or video games like here. So you basically have to go outside and be active. That's the way we entertain ourselves. So I kind of grew up like that. Whether I knew what I was doing or not, that's a different story. So when I came here to college, although I wanted to go to medical school, I remember I had a couple of friends also who went to medical school, right? And I always say, when we create our practice, I'm gonna make sure there's a gym in the back, because I believe in preventive medicine, right? I believe that so many things could be prevented instead of cured. But yeah, so basically, so I went to grad school and I was studying for my MCAT, but I found myself stopping, and I was just wondering why should I, like I had to like ask myself if I really want to go to medical school. So I applied for, while I was working the biophysics lab, I applied for a small job at some little shop there, just to kind of like think. I did that, and again, of course, just kind of like waste time, have a little bit of cash. And while I was there, I was still working out. And I think not too long after that, I opened my Instagram account, and I started following like fitness pages, and I started seeing a bunch of girls who were just a little bit more muscular than me, and they were in bikini. They just looked like they were bikini models, but except they had more muscular mass than the average bikini model, like, I don't know, Victoria's Secret. And I was so interested because I always loved muscles. So I started looking into it as in, okay, I really want to compete. And I'm like, I also kind of want to be a personal trainer. But of course, you know, coming from an immigrant family, that's not really something that you even think about. So what I did, I started training. I did a little bit of research on bodybuilding. Whatever I found, I started training myself to compete. And while I was doing that, I got put in touch with a coach. And it was so amazing to see her, because she kind of helped me become a personal trainer just by being herself. So I started going to her towards the last 2 weeks before my first competition. And she helped me with the little thing that she could help me in 2 weeks. And then I just saw how she helped me a lot in just 2 weeks. And she was also making a living as a personal trainer. And she said, yeah, if you want to be a personal trainer, you could do it. You could totally do it. You have the heart for it. Like, you know, people will be very blessed and happy to have you as a trainer because you really care. And if you want, I could help you get a job as a personal trainer at a local gym, which is not a really good gym. And I said, okay. So she helped me get my first job as a personal trainer. And mind you, I'm coming from a chemistry lab into a personal trainer, like in a personal trainer gym. So I went there and I took a semester off from grad school. I said, okay, let me go see this before I even tell everybody else. Let me see this to see if I really like it. So I took a semester off, went to the gym, and also started competing, right? Because she helped me, I started competing, I like it, and I just kept going. And I just literally went to the gym, applied, got accepted, and never turned back. So that's basically how I got from Cameroon, finished high school here, went to college, finished my undergrad, went to grad school, realized do I really want to go to medical school? Not so much, but I really like training. I want to help people. And I got a job at the gym, and I just never looked back. And that's the gym that.
And wait,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to add up to this point. Yeah, it's
so,
basically that's my journey to the gym.
Journey to a personal trainer.
Yeah.
All right. So now she's a personal trainer, and again, the year's up top. Now, the year's up top. So now we're talking about how I became a personal trainer. So I went to the University of Nebraska. I ran track there. Insert one of my pictures.
D1 Adelaide, All-American. You wouldn't say that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I had to.
And after I graduated college, I went back to New York to work as a social worker / case manager. So I've been doing that for a few years. I did it in Long Island. Had about two or three jobs. Then I went to Brooklyn. Doing the same thing. And all that time, I've been working out, just like I was doing in track. So I'm doing all the workouts. It wasn't nothing new to me. It's something I did all the time after work and things like that. So during like the beginning of the summer, I was like, you know what? I'm not sure what made me think of it, but I would say, I need to change my career because what I'm doing now is it takes a lot out of you. A lot of people know, like when you do working in the social work field, it could drain you. It could take your energy. And it wasn't happening to me, but I could see it around the people I was working with. So I knew I was like, I can't stay here. I need to do something more my speed. So after research, I thought I could be a personal trainer. So I was thinking about, you know what? I'm going to get my certificate and I'm going to apply for a gym job. All right. So in the midst of doing that, I was like, what gyms are out there? Because I only knew like local gyms. So I was like, okay, what gyms are out there? Let me start see how to apply there and things like that. And one gym, the gym I ended up going to, they had an open house. I said, okay, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm working in Brooklyn, and the open house is in Manhattan.
And you live in Long Island.
Yeah, but me living in Long Island didn't mean anything.
Okay.
But I was working in Brooklyn, and the job was in Manhattan. So I needed a way to get to that open house during working time. So I believe that week when they had the open house, my supervisor was off that week. So the open house was on a Monday or Tuesday. During my lunch break, I went from Brooklyn all the way to Manhattan, and we did the first interview, which was an open house interview. Did that. Then came back, went back to work, finished the day, so on and so forth. I believe 2 days later, the gym called me back. Now they want a one-on-one interview. I said, okay, again, since my supervisor wasn't there, I scheduled it right on my break. So my break is an hour. I might have taken like an hour and a half, maybe close to 2 hours, because I took advantage of, because a lot of times I'm not in the office, I'm in the field. So I took that time, went over there and did it in person. Now it was every time I had and at that time I wasn't too familiar with New York City. I never really taken the public trains or anything like that, so I'm not super familiar with the way I was pretty much right now. So I was like, okay, I get there, how do I get back? How much time I needed? Like, so when I went for that second interview, I was like, okay, this has to happen. Like, I don't want to wait, because, they make you wait, then they call you in. I was like, I need to get this done with because I need to go back before I get in trouble or anything like that. So at that moment now, I'm at the gym. I'm sitting to get interviewed. All right. Then
I'm already in the gym. I have been working there for like, I think almost close to a year maybe. And the way the gym is set up like, and I think probably was wearing my glasses that day. Maybe that's how I was able to like see. There we had like a little balcony, and then from there you could always see when someone is sitting to waiting for an interview, because that's kind of like that's kind of like where we all went through. You see somebody that either they're waiting for their trainer or they're waiting to be interviewed. I said, oh, there goes a black man. Let me go just say hi. As I'm working toward him, I say, oh, it looks like he definitely works out. So I walk up to him and I said, oh, hi, how you doing? He said, I'm doing good. And I said, oh, are you here for an interview as a trainer? He says, yeah. And I said, oh, you're gonna get it, because I know the two managers. I'm looking at him. I look how he looks, and I know we need trainers, right? And I just from like first glance, I said, okay. Yeah, I think I remember before even going there, I think there was another woman trainer, and I thought, my God, he's kind of cute. She was like, yeah, whatever. So that's why I said, no, okay, I'm just gonna go and say hi. So I went to him and I say hi, and I asked him, hi, how you doing? He said, I'm good. Doesn't say how you doing back. And I said, oh, are you here for the interview? He says, one word, yes. And I say, oh, okay, that's good. You're gonna get it. He said, okay. And I was just kind of like,
yeah,
okay, I guess, I don't know, maybe I have something.
Yeah. So and pretty much, in that moment, I was just like, I need to get out of here. That's all I'm thinking about. Like, I need to go. When's this interview gonna start? I need to get back to work. So I guess when she came to me, she tried to be nice, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So after that interaction, I left, and that was it. And then I don't even know when you got hired, whatever. I think I just left, and I said, okay, that's
it.
Yeah.
That's the first time we met.
Yeah.
That's the first time we met.
And I think that was in, you remember which month you got hired?
That was August.
August? Okay. So I have been hired, let's say it was August 2014. So I have been hired August 2013. I've been hired 2013.
Yeah.
So I think I had a 1 full year on you. So I had probably hired around like August, also like the year before. And that was basically our first interaction. And I will never ever forget that.
Yeah.
So, was just like
so it left a bad taste in your mouth.
It did.
There you go.
It did. Do we continue here?
No. This is the meat. You know what I mean? Because again, we're painting a full picture.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say, oh, we met in the park and this. Okay, how did you get to the park?
Yeah.
So how did I get to the gym? How did you see me at the gym?
I know, and also the thing is about the story. This particular gym, that's not the first place I was gonna get hired, because this gym has multiple locations, right? I used to go work out in the same brand gym, but I used to go work out in Brooklyn, a different part of Brooklyn. But my friend, my coach at the time, she said, you know what, this gym is nice, but I think you will have, because you're still young, and the one in the city will be better for you. There's a bigger crowd, it's bigger, it's a younger crowd. I want you to work there instead. But the manager in Brooklyn really wanted to hire me, but she said, yeah, if he asks you, just say, you know what, the one in the city is closer to you, because I don't want you to be here. I want you to be over there, because it's a better location. I know the manager is going to take really great care of you, and they did. And that's how I also end up in that particular club, because the gym they have multiple locations, right? And then when you get in one location, it's kind of hard to justify moving to another location. So she was like, no, she insisted, like, no. Her name is Tennille. Hi, Tennille. She insisted that I go to the club in the city, and I end up going to the club to the city too. So just kind of like, almost like the universe was pushing me. Like,
and I just looked at the website, open house at that gym. All right, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
That's how I got there.
Yeah. So
that's how we met, first time.
Yeah.
Now after this, the next video, we'll again
take it from
here and go to another few years.
Yeah.
Another year. No, matter of fact, no, the rest of that year.
Oh man, it gets really nice.
So that's what we want to explain, how we met,
the
circumstances that made us meet there. But
that's like you're watching a movie, it's like a background info, like, oh, how did you meet on the train? How did you get on the train? Where were you going? What were you thinking,
Yeah, so pretty much,
So what would have happened if I had gone to a different club?
Yeah.
And if you live in Long Island, I live in the Bronx. Chances are I would have
Yeah.
never met. So.
So pretty much this is the beginning of the roller coaster. We just told you about what you're about to get into, how the roller coaster got here.
Yeah.
Now after this, the story gets wild and it starts to go fast.
Yeah. If you have any questions about my background or maybe why I decide to, what are sort of a deeper reason why I decided not to continue with medical school, feel free to ask me. I'm very open about it. I still got family members in my family going to see this. They probably think that I should go back into that route. But yeah, if you got questions about that, let me know in the comments. But yeah,
that's the end of the video.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching this, thank you for
yes,
subscribing. Thank you for following this journey that we're creating. It's an infant channel.
Yes, it is.
But I mean, you guys are really turning out, so we're grateful for that.
Yeah,
and for all the new people, please subscribe. Story gets better.
Yeah.
Our journey goes further.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to lay it out as much as we can.
Yes.
So like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you get notified.
If you know any kind of any other young family or young couple who might be interested of looking in someone else's stories, please send them our way.
Yeah. We don't want to just tell our story. We want to hear stories. We want to invite other people to tell their story. We want this to be a conversation, not just about us, but just about building families and things like that. So that's why we're telling the story. We want other people to feel free to talk about their story so we could trade kind of tips and things we've been through and things like that. So people can learn on how the adventure is, how the journey is. Everyone has a journey, so we need to collaborate on that. So that's it for us. Until next time.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
Au revoir.